Oh, hi, chat. Hi. And I felt like we should have a Terminator Antonia. That will be RB. Now, I was toying with the idea, should it be the Terminator when, you know, the Terminator pulls out a shotgun from the rose case and things like, you know, these classic, like, recognizable pieces of Terminator. I was like, well, that's probably a little too violent. So why not just the scene where Arnie's on the motorcycle, classic T2 component. So that's what I went with, BitGamey. So this is what we're gonna work on. Special surprise for you, my good sir. On top of that, we'll set up the usual prediction as well of how many art pieces we're gonna get done today. That y'all can bet your channel points on. There's a couple that we have that are ready to go, but there we go. There's the prediction. Y'all can get that in there. I'm beginning to improve this Antonia. So I was just doing the raw sketches, so you can't tell yet, but the lines aren't solid, nothing's clean yet, so we actually need to go in. We need to do the appropriate lines that are nice smooth edges to spruce everything up a little bit more, and then we'll be able to start adding in the colors and all the other components. But I also am been doing the video recording, chat. The time lapses. The only reason now I'm doing time lapses is because of the mods. The mods have been kind enough, y'all, to be like, Bullet, you should do these time lapses because they are add a cool dimension to it, and why not? So we're gonna be. I've been doing that, and so now I also did a first change today. I have been doing the sketch lines as black, but I noticed other people doing the same thing, and they do the sketch lines as gray. And so I kind of liked that concept of doing the sketch lines as gray so that I can better have my solid lines over them. So trying out a different technique today. I think it'll work, but you know what? We'll see. That's some of the components. And the first time lapse is posted on TikTok. We're all a little bit salty about it because I think we all thought it was gonna do well, but this is just the component of you never know what's gonna go well on TikTok, and it just has not gone well in terms of those view counts. So check out the TikTok. It is our first time lapse posted, and Smikes did a bang up job on it. It's a well themed collection. I really like it. It's all of our female Star Wars characters that we did during Star Wars month. Hello, Devro. And then it's on the socials there. I don't think we did the. I think we have a TikTok somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Guys, go check out the lovely and amazing, the breathtaking Devro. Devro, you've been crushing it on the Blender and the 3D modeling. How are you doing, Devro? Welcome on in, friendo. Devro, we're working on the Terminator. Hi, Zen. No sorry, Zentouse. Zen, how are you doing, you handsome devil? Zen, how was your day? I hope you had a good day, Zen. Zen, we're pulling together this Antonia here today. You made a helmet. It was very cool, Devro. I liked it with it. The day is dark. Zen, not in a bad way, right? Like everything's Gucci, Zen? Hi, Stream Scribe, aka Carlo. Carlo, how are you doing today, sir? Carlo, I think you're going to like this Antonia. I also started to do more of this on the stream, which I know you'll also be marginally proud of me for it. Fried? Wait, because of the collab that you did today, or because you got some fried nuggies? Professor Carlo. Carlo, this piece is for BitGamey. Bit has been using a command for a while now, and he just... There's no animation to go with it. And I felt ashamed. I felt ashamed. Carlo. And so we needed to make it right. We needed to make... Adjourn! Hi, Irish John Games. My God, all the friendos are coming in. So... This is going to be the Antonia that we're working on today. Carlo, can you guess what campy movie this is from? Guys, so many people to follow. We do have the lovely Stream Scribe, a.k.a. Carlo. The absolute legend is Carlo. Please go follow the Stream Scribe. He's on the Partner Poosh. Go lurk on him. He's live 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Beautiful letter art. The man is an absolute treasure. Go follow our friend, the Stream Scribe, my friend. And he did a lovely collab today as well after Word Art Wednesday, which is a lot of fun. Not Ghost Rider Dacum, but good guess. That's actually a really good guess, Dacum. Now I'm wondering if I do a Ghost Rider Antonia, what it would be. Dacum, that's a very good point. Dacum, this one is inspired by BitGamey. So Dacum, BitGamey hits this command all the time, but there's never any redemption to go with it, or animation. And that kind of, I felt like it was not appropriate, Dacum. I felt that we needed something special for BitGamey, because I felt like he was sad that there wasn't a special redemption for this command. Especially because he liked to use it. And so that's the one we're going to do. Perfect day. Good day at work and get to visit all the friends. I'm so content. Oh, I know, right, Risto? It's like a nice deep breath and a nice relaxation. Just having a chill afternoon. I had some meetings, Risto, in the afternoon where I was just like, oh my god. No thank you. Everything's fine, but... Is that Alfie Bean? Chat, hold on. Hold everything. Hold everything. Hold everything. First time that we got to hang out with you. And I just absolutely adore that elf. Because then you just became like an instant just amazing member of the community. Appreciate the heck out of you, elf. Colored resin is fun. Too many prints, not enough time. Humbler John, I have one right now going. It is a 20-hour print. It is a DNA pencil holder. So it's shaped like a piece of DNA. And it's in the rungs of the DNA strand, you can put pencils in and pens. And so we're trying to do a little diversification on what we're up to, and that's one of the things that we like to do. So for our little merch stand in town once a month, we were thinking having stuff like that might be kind of cool that we 3D print, and it's still science themed, so we thought maybe that. I also 3D printed Andrew last night through today, so Smikes, I'll have to show you 3D printed Andrew. I've only done 8 hours worth in resin, just finished 3 days worth of FDM printing for one project. Humbler John, my longest print was 22 hours on that resin printer. Gracie, Gracie Cat? Alfie Bean?
Music girl, please, I don't want to get it together, I'm scared.
Hi, music girl. Tarzan, the 3D printers. There they are. Those are the ones that we have. Nice, Alfie Bean. And guys, Music Girl is in his house. Music Girl is on Mondays over on Jimmy B93 stream. So go follow Jimmy B93 so you can tell Music Girl hi, and then you can tell Jimmy to get Music Girl on the stream, because you can bully Jimmy to change around who's on the stream. It's very fun, and they're an absolute hoot, and I love their faces so very hard. Hi, Supernatural Rider. How you doing, Super? Super. I got schooled. I thought I was doing a good job with my sketching, because I did a different layer in gray lines, and it turned out from Smikes that that's not how you're supposed to do it, which is too bad. But it's fine. I was just like, I thought it was being clever. Jinjin, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the Jinjin. How do you like them? I love it, Tarzan. They're our friend Optic Nerve. Our friend Optic Nerve also has that same printer, and we figured out that there were some learning, not difficulties, but like a little bit of a learning curve on some of the things. The reason I wanted it was I wanted high res and it could print small. So if I printed any structures like proteins or ant brains or anything, if I wanted to print really small and maintain the resolution, I could do that. Quat the Raven, thank you for the lure. Quat the Raven, your face, and for that, it's great. Even the and larger scales too, because of the way that it's printing, it doesn't have those lines that you would have on a filament printer. It keeps everything nice and thin and tight. And so it's perfect for our needs. I really, really like it. And I do... So, Humbler John, what software are you using, Humbler John, to add the supports? Because that'll be my best answer for you for what to use in terms of supports. Because there's a great software that I'm using that is giving me all that information on where to add the supports. And I've found that has been life-saving to be able to have as an option. I'm betting you're probably using the same thing, Humbler John. It's that Kitu box. That CH... How do you spell it? CHITU box. Kitu. And that one, when you're rotating the model, it will tell you where the weak points are, and it'll highlight it in red. And so I just add extra supports on top of what is suggested on there, and that usually does the trick. And we've gotten some really good clear prints. Like this one's a failed one, but it was a SciAnts logo. It failed because it's split. It was some kind of printing error, and there's the A is not totally finished, but the rest of it looks pretty good. And it didn't really need that many extra support. FlashForward uses SVGX files. The only software I found is Flash DL program that comes with it. You can do it, but I have to mod the software for the out. Oh, gotcha. Yep. So this one uses STL files in Kitu box, but then when you export it, it's for the Anycubic printer that it can export. It seems, and I thought it could export from most anything. But oh, thank you, Alfie Bean. April 7th. And Elf, you have been here since April 8th. Love your face, Alfie Bean. Love your face, Alfie Bean. Guys, also go check out Lovely and Amazing, the Supernatural Writer. Co-working streamer. Workout streamer. Beautician. Also, Christmas tree putter-upper. Go check out Supernatural Writer, folks. Prince Goods, I haven't messed with it yet. I got you, Humbler John. Fair enough. I was looking for that program to begin with, like an ideal program, and that's what I landed on. And so far it's been doing me a world of good. Like, I think it works well. Sometimes, again, the printer has some issues.
Gucci.
Send it as protocol. Alfie Bean. Elf, you're incredible. Thank you, man. Elf also made a beautiful piece of art for when baby Alona was born too, and actually for my birthday last year too. Elf, you did the Charizard, if I'm not mistaken, like a really beautiful Pokemon piece of art. We are working on a new Antonia today. This one was for Bit Gaming. Bit uses the BRB command a lot, and I was sad that Fedora saw that there was no animation for it. So we're making a Terminator Antonia for the BRB command. Is it crazy, Fedora Sword? Maybe. Is it a little extra silly? Possibly. Is it worth it to put a smile on Big Gaming's face? You better believe it. So that's on the menu for today. We also might do a couple of other Antonias as well. We have some of our moderators are different kinds of animals because of Smikes decides what each of the moderators' animal personas are, and they don't yet have their band characters for the SciAnts Band. So we have to make that Fedorasaur. We got Andrew the Beaver, and we got NMD the Giant Anteater. There's a whole lot of stuff to be doing, so we're working on those sketches. I did my original sketch of this today, but as you can see, I needed to go in and make the lines much cleaner. So I went and did like the fundamental sketches, but now everything I'm using the nice curved line. So everything's gonna look much cleaner and crisper. Not crisper as in the genetic trick, mind you, but I think it'll just look a lot nicer. So that's why Fedorasaur, that's what we're doing this particular step. Usually I do this off stream. But this idea came to me today in a meeting, and that's how far that we got. I also actually, Fedorasaur, put in a couple of new channel point things and animations into the stream today. And so that was also taking a little bit more of my time, so I want to make sure those things were done. Thank you for the lurk, Ellie Bean! My best friend! Bit, I can't tell you how funny I find that audio clip. It's from a anime, and it just makes me chuckle every single time. And it's just like, I just had to have it in there. It makes no sense in really the context of the stream, except I just find it funny. Which I think is fine and totally sufficient. Here we go. My best friend! And then you have to say it with this really strong inflection, Bit Game. Like, you can't just say it like really nice and like calm. It has to be in this really over-the-top manner. You know, Bubbles! We love you, Bubbles, Bubbles, Bubbles. Chat, if you're not checking out the Love You Know it's Bubbles and you're not doing Live Fridays, Bubbles is a gaming streamer extraordinaire. Go check out It's Bubbles. We love you, Bubbles! Cool stuff, Bit. I am stupid pleased about this one.
SciAnts in the house, so we just straight thuggin'. No bad vibes, but these ants are buggin'.
I'm stupid pleased about that. It's not even that big of a deal in terms of doing it, but I like that design so much that Lita did, because she did that design, and it's just, yeah, I love it. You think I should leave it on for longer at the end, Bit Gaming? I could do that. I can absolutely do that. Well, you don't need to remind me. I will add it in for a longer time. You're right, like a good pause at the end would be great. Thank you, Big Gaming. I did also add in a second actual command, Bit Gaming, today. It's not, well, it is live, but I haven't told anyone what the command is. But will start tomorrow, because tomorrow is June, and we're starting Marvel Month. We're starting Marvel Month, and Marvel Month is going to be, you know, just like the last one where all the Science Art Sundays were themed. We're going to be themed on Marvel for these Sundays, upcoming Sundays.
It's all Gucci.
So that's one that I'm very excited about. I figured we needed something to debut it with, and so it'll be a Marvel-themed something. Smikes might have a guess as to what it might be. And by guess, I mean he's the one who converted it into a usable file format, so he 100% knows what it is, but... Go. Those tire threads. Go. And then, yeah, Bit, I have smoke coming out of the exhaust. That's the stuff going up in the background. So we'll add that in too. Go. No, so Dacum, it is Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can see now, Dacum, you can see it's from the Mission Impossible 2, Tom Cruise. But no, Dacum. We have a Terminator 2. Bit is also one of my favorites. And then Bit Gaming, I am a little bit of a silly pants when it comes to T3. Because I actually like all the Terminator 3s. I like all 3 of the Terminator 3s. For different reasons, but I like all of them. Yeah, none of the effects don't actually end up looking bad, even by today's standards. Like, sure, Robert Patrick's like the pieces coming off him, like at the end of like the bullet holes, which were from the liquid metal. Those might look a little dated on some watch throughs, but you know, it's nothing like it had been. I think it's still great. It's been a while. It's still worth it, but in my mind. Again, I'm a sucker for Schwarzenegger movies, so I'm looking forward to watching his new TV show. There is actually the first ever Arnold Schwarzenegger TV show that is now live, BitGamey. He'd never done a TV show before, and there's a Netflix one. You watched it? Was it any good? It doesn't matter how you answer, BitGamey. I'm still gonna watch it because I'm a sucker for this. But I hope it was good. I saw there was a bunch of good one-liners, at least. Little cheesy. Okay, good. I want to see the cheesiness. I'm looking forward to the cheesy. I watched True Lies again before. True Lies was great. True Lies was supposed to have a sequel. A little known fact, they were supposed to make a True Lies 2, as well as like a Total Recall 2. But apparently Cameron was just never satisfied with it. What clear resin? So, Humbler John, I'm using the Anycubic clear resin. Humbler John, I've actually found 2 brands that are absolute garbage in terms of 3D printing resin. And I don't remember them offhand, but they are... I still have one of the containers. Actually, I think I might have both of the containers. I tried them a few times. It never solidified. It was super goopy. It didn't print right, and it was just garbage resin. And so those 2, I'm like, stay vehemently away from. But at this stage, I can't remember offhand what that was. But it was definitely very bad. It's a spirit. No, I did not, Bit. Then I'm even more excited about it. Then I need to rewatch True Lies. I wonder if Lita's seen it yet. If Lita has, it's because of me, and if she hasn't, it's also in part because of me. She tends not to have watched any movies prior to when we were together. Okay, yes, I will watch it, Bit. I'm excited. I'm a dummy Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. And Bit, hi Captain Coder! Bit, there were 2 video games with Arnold Schwarzenegger. 2 Terminator games. There was Terminator 3, and then there was Terminator 3 Redemption. Redemption was a redemption attempt at how to fix the first Terminator 3 game, because the first game was so bad. And in the new game, you could press the circle button, and you could have Arnold say one-liners. Guys, go follow Captain Coder. Coding wizard extraordinaire Captain Coder is hosting a game jam real soon, and it's all about learning. He's an education streamer about all things coding, and just an all-around great human. Please go follow our friend Captain Coder. So the first T3 bit, it was bad because okay, full disclosure, I really liked it, BitGamey. But it switched between third-person fighting and first-person shooter. So think of it like a shooting game intermixed with some Mortal Kombat. Didn't make any sense. The boss battles all became third-person fighters. Absolutely no logical sense to it. But that's what ended up happening. The graphics were lazy. The animation was lazy. but you got to do silly things like Terminator vision. So you got to put on the red infrared vision whenever you wanted to. Did nothing for the gameplay. Like, it added absolutely nothing, which was an unfortunate feature. Like, they put in all this extra stuff that made you feel like a Terminator, but then you never used it. It also had scenes from the movie, which was cool. So if you liked the movie at the time, you could watch movie clips in the game. The weapons were quite diverse, but then the next game was a third-person shooter / fighter, and it was a much cleaner attempt. It actually, there was Bit Gamey. The original T3 had an alternate plot line, and this game used the alternate plot line very well, where Arnold fails as the Terminator to save John Connor and Catherine Brewster, and instead is sent back in time, or sent forward in time to a world where they died, and he has to get back in time to the point where the TX beat him and then try again. So it had like that extra element to it. It had vehicles that you could drive. That was really, really fun. And I really like the alternate timeline story, and it fleshed out into a really nice game. But the running joke of it was always, well, it's called Terminator Redemption because it's a redemption for that failed attempt at a game. But I would still suggest it, Bit. I know, Bit, you have a PS2, so if you can get your hands on it, I think you should go ahead and try. Go. Some PS2 I think this one isn't. I think this one isn't. The one that I saw recently that is worth a get is called Nightshade. Nightshade is a sequel to the PS2 game Shinobi, where you're a ninja. It's a Sega Genesis game, and it was really, really, really well done, especially Shinobi and Nightshade. And Nightshade is an even better game. And yeah, it's too bad that that Nightshade is stupid expensive and they never did a remake or a continuation of it. Because, oh, that was such a good game. See, look at how cleaner that looks. It looks much, much cleaner. Captain Coder, did you play which Shinobi? Did you play the PS2 one? And then, even further back in time? Both are great. I really liked the PS2 one was really hard as well, which as my memory of it. But yeah, that Terminator 3 game. Oh, I guess the newest Mortal Kombat also has Arnold Schwarzenegger in there as the Terminator, but he didn't record the voice lines. For the T3 games, he recorded a bunch of extra lines just for the video game, so you get his actual voice in it, which is always nice. Yep, so in the newest Mortal Kombat, as a downloadable character, you get to play as the Terminator, you also get to play as RoboCop, and you get to play as Rambo. So a bunch of the old action stars you get to play as, which I think is really neat. Alright. Let's go ahead and start adding in these colors, chat, now that we have our correct layers. Everything, boop. Let's bring BitGamey's dream to life, chat. Let's bring joy to BitGamey's heart. And it looks like I missed the line. Nope. It's okay. All right. And Bit, I have a clever idea for animating this. It will take forever, but I have an idea of how to make this look really cool. Thank you for pinching BitGamey, Alex. I love that, Alex. Someone pinch me. Okay, I'll pinch you. Yeah. Oh, Captain Coder. Those are good times. Simpler time. Captain Coder. Speaking of samurai video games, did you ever play Onimusha? That was my absolute favorite samurai video game. It was feudal warlord Japan, and you were a samurai with like Oni abilities, and you were fighting demons, and made by the same crew that made Devil May Cry. Oh, that was my absolute favorite. Such a good game. Couple new Snapcam redemptions. In addition to the baby. Bit, you're not taking the baby, are you? As long as you don't take the baby. Okay, good. I know Dukasoft. Listen, Bit, whenever Dukasoft and I see each other anywhere, they always say baby now. Warlords and Samurai's Destiny. Excellent. Captain Coder, the best one is the third one because you get to time travel to modern day France. Yes, that sounds insane. Doesn't matter. It works. It absolutely works. And it is just, it's hilarious and it's just great action. And I'm disappointed that they never continued the series after like on the PS2. They never went any further on it. Just too bad. Hi, Gwendolyn P. Fonzie. No, Gwendolyn P. Gwen. This is the Terminator. Gwen, how are you doing? Gwendolyn P. Welcome in. Gwen. Gwen, there's a new animation, Gwen. I need to fix it. Big Gamey gave me the fix that I need to do. But Gwen, exclamation point Twitch to have a new animation pop up. I think it's pretty cool. But Big Gamey's suggestion will be
SciAnts in the house, so we just straight thuggin'. No bad vibes, but these ants are buggin'.
So Gwen, that's the Twitch words as an animation. I need to make the hold at the end stay, but it's of that sticker, all the words coming in. So I need to, like I said, make it last a little longer. But hi, Lady Lara Croft. Welcome in, Lady Lara Croft. Lady Lara Croft, ma'am, how are you doing? Welcome on in. We're working on an Antonia for Bit Gamey today. Because listen, Lady Lara Croft, Bit Gamey uses this, a sound alert all the time. And he's been having to use his sound alert for over a year, if not more, without an animation. And I just don't know what to even do about that, Lady Lara Croft. So we're fixing it. We're fixing it. We're gonna make it better for Bit Gamey. There will be no more sadness. It is the Terminator Antonia. I know, Bit. I know. I'm sorry, Bit Gamey. Big Gamey, we're making it better today. Possibly. So, Lady Lara Croft, here it is, not the Fonz. It is not the Fonz. Or whoever Gwendolyn P had said. Fozzie. Or Mission Impossible 2 Tom Cruise. Or Ghost Rider. Now, I see the folly of my ways now, Chad, because it started off, I was like, oh, this will be very clear. And now I get all the, now I realize that it's not that clear anymore. I thought that it was clear. But it seems like a lot of actors are known for riding a motorcycle. In particular roles. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But yeah, a Big Gamey inspired piece. And then Lady Lara Croft. I don't know if you know this. Oh yeah, and a black leather jacket too. Exactly, yeah, Dacum. Lady Lara Croft. Smikes had anointed each of our moderators as different animals. And so there's still several mods that are not in the SciAnts Band yet, where we have their SciComm characters, but they're not wielding any musical instruments in the band. And so I figured we needed to remedy that. So Lady Lara Croft, I sketched out 2 of our moderators, Andrew and NMD, as musical characters of their respective types. So that's also on the docket today too. We'll see if we get that far, but that was again on the menu. But everyone wanted a Bit Gamey surprise, so we went with Bit Gamey surprise. They are in the doo-ops. No, Dacum, not the doo-ops. The Sound of SciAnts, maybe Dacum, possibly, maybe the doo-ops, but I don't think so, Dacum. Sometimes. But yeah, there's a lot of characters, Dacum, that we still need to put in the band, and then Smikes will be very upset because Smikes keeps adding them to the scene, and there's just more and more characters that keep popping in there, and it is a little bit unruly, Dacum, I'm not gonna lie to you. Marginally. Possibly very, very much so. We need the animal. I know, Lady Lara Croft. Lady Lara Croft, we have Smikes is a planarian. We have Andrew, who's a beaver. NMD, who's a giant ant. Just put the annoying ones in the back. Thank you, Spikes. NMD, who's a giant ant eater. Bit Gamey, who's a new. Music Girl, who's a mallard. Grimly, who's a wise owl. A snowy owl in particular. Yeah. And I'm a capybara, although there is no musical character of the capybara variety. But there is in there. Music Girl, remember Smikes decided that you're a mallard in the animal personalities of the mod team? Or I guess Smikes didn't decide. He said he was using something as a conduit for something else. I don't know. Chat, speaking of which, there is another SciAnts page that if y'all could drop a follow to. This is going to be starting up soon. It is it is the Genetic Society of America Twitch page. I got the green light today to start it up, and it's going to be featuring live Q&A interviews with scientists who will be like published in the journals. You'll get to see the behind the scenes on what their work is on and what like the publication process is. You'll get to see behind the scenes of conferences and much more. So we're even gonna like have the stream at conferences, and it'll be demonstrating what goes on in these places. So consider dropping a follow to that, where the survivability on it is kind of dependent on it getting that affiliate mark. So the only thing that we can still do currently is to get it to that 50 followers. And then as soon as it'll go live in about a month with the first couple of streams, and it should have more and more content there. But a big thing is if y'all can consider dropping that follow. Again, that'll be, I'm actually managing it. That'll be a page that I'm managing, but it'll be a bunch of different guests in there, sometimes early career scientists, sometimes established scientists, and much more. So consider checking that out. Hi, Jern. Irish John, we watched the Rise of Piracy trailer, sir. The ROP trailer, John. It's breathtaking. I love it, Jern. Jern. We love you, Jason! Yes. Actually, here's the thing, Gwendolyn P. Gwen, when I hear anyone named Jason, like our friend Ariella Studies, a significant other, all I can think about is Jason and screaming it like that. And it is it's a little distracting. I also just sometimes walk around the house, Gwendolyn, going, Jason, Jason, Jason. Thank you, Dacum. Thank you for following that page. Should have a lot of really cool science coming really soon. I wouldn't have mentioned it otherwise if I didn't have the final approval for it, but I've been waiting on a bunch of assets and we decided to just not have to wait for it. Lee doesn't have an animal because she terrifies me. That's fair, Smikes. Because she terrifies me. Smikes, if you told her what animal she is, she would probably just look at you. And just be like, what? Is how I imagine that would go, Smikes. May or may not be terrifying. Since she's a horse, I don't know if she'd appreciate that, Zen, though. She has very strong opinions about things, Zen, that you don't expect her to have strong opinions about. It'll be like, where is this coming from? And it's like, well, this can't be a thing. But you were fine with it. Okay. The whole thing's in. I know, Captain Coder, it's madness. This Terminator Antonia is coming together, y'all. I'm already digging its vibe. Fedora, I think the animation will be really cool, but what I'm envisioning, I don't know if I can actually do. But I will try to do so. Because again, I can't disappoint Bit Gamey, Fedorasaur. Not again. Not after last time, Fedorasaur. He's a very kind man and very loving, but it's just, there's a certain point, Fedorasaur, I can't be disappointing him anymore. You know? It's a whole thing. No, thank you, Fedorasaur. Let's just hope Big Gamey likes it. It's a really tough critic, Big Gamey. Go. Alright, I think we'll do the bulb, and then I'm going to move back up to the face for it. Thank you, Lady Lara Croft. What I want to do, Lady Lara Croft, is for the ant to appear in the scene and then drive away, and you see the back of the motorcycle drive away. So I need to figure out that particular scene transition, how to do those two components, and to make it look seamless. We'll see. We'll see what comes of it. I think we can do it. And you get to the chopper. Go to the P, get to the chopper, go to the P, come with me if you're gonna leave, go to the P. Gwen, our friend Looking Cool Zedman, on his stream, had a redemption that was just get to the chopper, and Zedman would just scream in his best Arnold accent, get to the chopper! And Gwen, it was glorious. He got rid of the redemption, Gwen. He did. We lost the redemption, Gwendolyn P, unfortunately. Thank you for shouting out Looking Cool Zedman. Go follow the Zedinator. The Zeddy Freddy. The coolest looking Zedman out there. and ask him to bring back Get to the Chopper. We've talked about having a stream, a random collab stream where we're both just talking Arnold voices. It would destroy our throats, but you know what? It's fine. Watched a review of Hercules in New York, one of the most movies in the U.S. You kind of got me hyped for the clip. But no, you didn't show... Oh, Gwen! Gwen, you didn't waste an hour and a half? Gwen, I told you it was terrible. I also told you, Gwen, that I was showing you the best scene. When he's talking to the cab driver, and the cab driver wants payment, and Arnold's like, what do you mean payment? I'm a god! And the cab driver's like, no, I need bucks. Some dough. And Arnold goes, box? Duh? The male and female animals have to do with these. And that's probably the best part of the movie.
I'm back.
Astronomy Show. Hello, Astronomy Show. How you doing, Astronomy Show? Astronomy Show. This is what we're working on. We're working on Arnie. It's a horrendous movie, yes, but I thought it was bad good, but it's bad. Well, in my defense, Gwendolyn P., I appreciated the movie because of how much I enjoy Arnold. And so to me, it's bad good. But I can see how, if you're not like a preteen boy who adores Arnold Schwarzenegger because of, you know, he came from your neighboring country of, you know, Hungary's neighbor, Austria, and made a living, you know, and was successful and thought that was an inspirational story, I can see how that movie might not appeal to everyone. I wonder if there is a movie that every single person agrees is bad. Everyone? No, Bit Gaming. I will argue, just like Bit, everyone is beautiful to somebody. Every movie is beautiful to someone as well. Zoolander, Mystery Man, yes.
Hello there.
Hi, Nell. Welcome in.
Hello there. Hello there.
Welcome on in, Nell. Oh, yeah, that's right, Gwen. That's the other thing also happens to the cab driver. That's true. Get to the cab driver. I enjoyed it, Gwen. For what it's worth. Again, it shouldn't have been enjoyed as much as I did, but I did. Go. Nell, this is a Terminator Antonia. Terminator 2. Nell, I like the idea of a Ghost Rider Antonia. We are doing a Marvel month this month. Every Sunday will be Marvel themed. Maybe a Ghost Rider Antonia will sneak in. Yeah, hopefully the red eye on this one will help with the Terminator feel. I think I have an effect handy for the end.
Where's my drink?
What drink?
No, thank you for the hydrate. Ooh, Gwen, I don't know if we saw that. Gwen. I don't remember if we did. I would love to see it, Gwen. If you are comfortable with that. I do love your sketches. You are the inspiration for the cinematic masterpiece, Antonia Gwendolyn P. Which, by the way, Gwen, I still have to finish animating all those for you. And then we still have Ardeth Bay to do. I promise, Gwen, it will happen. To get all the other cinematic ones animated. Just for you, Gwen. Because I want you to be happy, Gwendolyn P. Linda Hamilton, she did, and actually, Lady Lara Croft in the newest one, the newest Terminator 3, Ooh, which one is called that? Terminator Salvation. She is still shredded. And just, like, absolutely crushes it again. If you like the Terminator movies, I highly suggest that new third one. Again, though, Lady Lara Croft, I'm a sucker for all the Terminator movies, so all 3 of the Terminator 3s I was all about. Again, for different reasons. The first one, because it had been so long since Arnold had been the Terminator, and so it felt like a return of one of my favorite series. The second Terminator 3 Genesis was a really cool retelling of T3, which I'm disappointed they didn't follow with. And then the newest one, Salvation, was also a really well done one that accounts, like, it's another very, very different take on the Terminator saga. Apparently, though, James Cameron is writing a new Terminator now. So we'll see if that comes into play. Guys, speaking of, if you want to be knocked out of your heels and going into space, go follow our friend Astronomy Show. Astronomer Extraordinaire. Go drop them a follow. Just come with me if you want to live. There is also streams. I forgot to introduce myself. The other 2/3 are my lovely wife Lita and little baby Alona. We are research scientists, and we do interactive science streams here on Twitch most days of the week. Microscopy, art, sci-fi, science news of the week, deep dive scientific topics, games, and 3D printing. So welcome on in, everybody. Mavis, this is a really pretty one. I like that. That looks really cool, Mavis. Nice. Hi, Nerduino. Did you get some sleep, Professor Weedo? Nerduino, did you get some sleep, sir? Hi, Nerduino. How you doing, Nerduino? How you doing, Nerduino? Nerd, we just got rated by the lovely, amazing, the breathtaking Mabes Games. Mabes, thank you for sharing that piece as well. Guys, go check out Nerduino, a.k.a. NASA in the Heezy, NASA in the Housey. NASA space scientist, wizard extraordinaire. Go check out Nerduino. Nerduino and I have been working on some secret projects. I'll be back. That's hilarious, Mavis, because look what we're working on. Look at what we're working on, Mavis. You made me a thing? I would love to see it, Alex. I would love to see it. Yes, Mavis, this is the Terminator Antonia. It had to be done, Mavis. It had to be done. Let's see what Alex made. I know, Astronomy Show, it means they might not be the same person. Oh my god, Alex. Oh, Alex, this is perfect. Oh, yes. Alex, you even got the red eyes. You even got the red Terminator eyes in Alex. Oh my god, I love it. And the shotguns. Alex, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Y'all, Alex Vixen absolutely crushed that. Look at that. Alex, I don't even know. I do not even know how to even follow up. I think I should just stop working on ours. This is so good. Beautiful piece, Alex. Thank you so much, Alex. And I also saw Gwen. Oh my god, Gwen. Gwen, this is incredible too. I love this, Gwen. Yeah, Gwen, this is a Terminator from Alex. You can even see the red eyes. And then y'all, this is Gwen's. This is Gwen's Antonia right here. Gwen, I love that. I love too the antenna. And it has a little wiring structure underneath. Oh, I love this. And like the smile too, Gwen. Like the robot smile, this half. I love it. Y'all are so talented. This community is absolutely incredible. Every time I give, I should stop being surprised. But every time, I'm just like, whoa, whoa. And I love being able to do that. Does it, though, Big Gaming? Back to it. Back to it. Let us terminate. Oh, astronomy show. There was a TV show, a Terminator TV show, for a little while. And the Come With Me If You Want to Live was done by the female Terminator in that TV show. Acted by Summer Glau. I think that's how you pronounce her name, but she did a Come With Me If You Want to Live in the first episode of that TV show. Canceled early, I believe. I don't think it should have been canceled when it was. Which is, it's too bad, because that was, as Smike said, it was a good show, and there were a lot of good options that they had with the plot line that they just decided to ignore. Cameron was, okay, it was the name of the Summer Glau Terminator. See, Alex, it's been so long since I've seen it, but I remembered it was Summer Glau as the actress. And then there was, she, like, came back through time, and, you know, usual Terminator shtick. But it was well done. It was well done. Indeed, yeah. Athena Cat, did you like it as well? Again, I had a good time with that show. Just trying to tighten up our lines here. I think that should actually look pretty clean. There we go. For the most part, it's pretty clean. I'll have to fix some stuff up on it. The last episode, man, I don't remember it, Smikes. I do not. I am ashamed to let you know that I do not remember it as well as I should. I want to. I think I need to rewatch it, to be honest, Smikes. Because again, I very much enjoyed it. At T3, which T3? Gwen, there were 3 T3s. And each better than the next, I would argue. They were all 3 Terminator 3s were very good Terminator 3s, Gwen. For very different reasons. Oh, Gwen, there was Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. There was... Then they retconned it. And then there was Terminator 3, Genesis. And then they retconned it. And then there was Terminator Dark Fate. And then they haven't retconned it, but it didn't do well, so then they are not going to continue it. So there were 3 Terminator 3s, Gwen. Yeah. Terminator 2, Irish John, Jern, I walk around the house, Jern, because of you, and I say things like, Tuchkai 2, Tuchkai 2, Tuchkai 2, Tuchkai 2, Tuchkai 2. And John, when I do that, Lita thinks I'm having a stroke or something. Make sure you're not, well, so that's why they were doing all the retcons, I think, Alex. Yeah, so Gwen, the first T3 that you saw, right, was a continuation of that T2. The second T3, it starts off with Kyle Reese being sent. So retcon means, Smikes, you do away with it. So that T3 no longer exists. So they made a new T3. And in that T3, Kyle Reese goes back in time to save Sarah Connor. But when he gets there, Sarah Connor already has a Terminator that's helping her, like an Arnold Terminator, and they kill the Terminator that was in the first movie that was gonna kill her. They kill him before he does anything. And they changed the future. And then they did away with that one because it didn't make a lot of money, Gwen. And so they did another one, Dark Fate, where they brought back the lady from T2, Sarah Connor. And they changed the outcome of T2. And Arnold is in there as an old Terminator. And yeah, and there's like a new threat on humanity. There's going to be a whole new series. So the first T3 was the lady one, Smikes. The second T3, the bad Terminator, was actually an existing main character that really isn't a Terminator but became a Terminator because of nanoparticles, which had its own plot holes anyway, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. And then the third T3, the good Terminator, is a lady along with Arnold, and the bad Terminator is a gentleman. Genesis was the one with the character who was on Game of Thrones. She played Sarah Connor. I'm sorry, Nerduino. I will terminate the plot holes. Actually, Nerduino, the movie novelization got rid of those plot holes. It's just they cut parts of the movie that then led to the plot holes. Nerduino, I'm very passionate about my Terminator lore. I love the TV show, well, and the movies and the video games. Cinematic. So, John, if you type cinematic, !cinematic, you will get what is a cinematic masterpiece. Just !cinematic, Jern. And it will. There's that command will tell you exactly. T1, T2, T3 with the TX, T4 Salvation. Yep. Genesis is an alternate as well as yeah. Hi, Pootrick. Pootrick! How you doing, Pootrick? Welcome in, Pootrick. Alex, did you like Salvation? I thought it could have been good, but I did not end up liking that at all. I did not enjoy any of the Salvation movie, which was too bad because it could have been really good. Supermodel in his house. Yogurt Garrel! Yogurt Garrel! Chat. Thank you, Nerduino. Chat. Lovely and amazing Yogurt Garrel is in his house. Supermodel extraordinaire. Lego builder extraordinaire. But also professor.
The Tribune.
Hi, Kodalia. Professor of.
My best friend.
Tetris 99. Tetris Maximus. Yogurt Garrel, how the heck are you doing, madame? Welcome on in, Yogurt Garrel. Yogurt Garrel, we are doing an Antonia for Bit Gaming because Yogurt Garrel, look, I've done wrong by Bit Gaming. Bit Gaming keeps using this command, the BRB command, and there's no animation to go with it.
I'll be back.
Exactly. There's no animation to go with it, Yogurt Garrel. And so that means I've been doing a poor job. As a streamer, as a friend, it's pretty much anything. And so now we're correcting it, Yogurt Garrel. We're correcting it. We're making it better. We're making an Arnold Schwarzenegger Antonia, first of its kind. No one else in the world, I don't think, beyond Gwendolyn P, has made Arnold Schwarzenegger as an Antonia. So that is the hilarity that we're up to today. Hi, Optic Nerve! Hi, Optic Nerve! Optic Nerve. An Ant Terminator? Sometimes, Nerduino. Sometimes. There we go. That's who we're working on, Yogurt. Also, Optic Nerve, we had a discussion about your Antonia earlier today, Optic Nerve. Thank you, Dacum. Optic Nerve's mailman Antonia. Optic, I had our amazing friendo, new friend of the channel. Well, new to Twitch, but a very important person in Lita and Mai's life. Kith Fish was here, and she also said that we should play Death Stranding. Like Salvation, Christian Bale hadn't done the character creep with John Connor. The original Salvation script, Connor was barely in it. It was trips. Yes, exactly, Alex. It kind of felt weird with John Connor being forced into it. The thing I also didn't like about this, Alex, and I get the vibe of it, was supposed to be like this dark and color theme, but it was just the lighting was so off that you could barely see anything. And that Or is it
Science in the
Smith
house, so we just straight thuggin'. No bad vibes, but these ants are buggin'.
Hi, Debs! How you doing, Debs? Debs, we have a new animation that Big Gamey just triggered.
Gucci.
Debs, when are you not multitasking? You have cats everywhere. Debs, you have cats everywhere, and they're always demanding your attention, madame. I was like, Mom, Mama, Mama, Mama. There is no Gucci contest now. It's just, you can just keep adding. We're just, the lines in it's not a contest now. It's just, you can just add it in and then it's added to the Gucci thing. Those lines that we have in there are just to demark which ones have been added. So now people can keep adding like Gucci commands, and then I just add them to the command. And so you can type exclamation point Gucci and then it's someone's voice. So we have 57 people, or 57 clips now that have the Gucci command. And anyone can send a Gucci one. It's just in the Discord. Issue a lot of films and movies had in the last 10 years. Yeah. The too much rewriting in there, Alex. I agree. Hi, Towards Night. Towards Night, how are you doing, sir? Towards Night, I love you. Professor Knight, great stream today, as always. I want you to be dark and moody. And we want you to be able to... look, Alex, I like to be able to see stuff. It's the same problem I have with Zack Snyder's universe, Alex. It's too much. It's too much. Guys, if you're not checking out Towards Night is an amazing, breathtaking, amazing superhero of a freestyle rapper extraordinaire. Singer, songwriter, guitarist, pianist, even is making a song called The Colony, about the SciAnts colony. He's also makes ice cream with nothing but his pectoral muscles and a wooden spoon. And he's just one of our great defenders! And I've met him IRL, and he's as gracious as he is handsome. Go check out Towards Night, folks. Go check out Towards Night. I got you, Alex. I figured, Alex. My brain was wiggling very fast. And Towards, the reason Debs doesn't have a command is because she refuses to send me what she wants it to say. That is not on me, Professor Knight. I asked Debs what she wanted to say, and she just refused to tell me. No, there's no, Professor Knight. That was not a call out, Professor Knight. I was just highlighting that when we listened to your track, everyone really liked it. I also co-own a Speedo company with the lovely Gwendolyn P. I didn't realize that Gwen was in on the Speedo company. I thought that Gwen was not a fan of your Speedo company. Am I mistaken, Towards Night? It was her idea to start it? Oh, see, Towards, she's been being really humble then, because she has not told us that. She told us that she was vehemently against the Speedo company. I'm excited, Big Gaming. Athena Cat, you can do your command whenever you want to, Athena Cat. That's why it's here. Whenever you want. Athena.
Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman!
There we go. Thank you, Athena Cat. Bit, I'm a sucker for Indiana Jones. I'm gonna level with you, Big Gamey. I like the last one, too. The last one was not good. But I enjoyed it. In spite of there being a refrigerator that survived a nuclear blast. I'm okay with it. You know what? I just enjoy it. I just enjoy it.
Curious and curious.
Yogurt, how did the Lego finish? Are you still working on the tiger? Did the tiger butt work? It is, yeah, Athena Cat. Tiger is done. Excellent. Are you gonna make another? Are you gonna do the Bowser? I know that wasn't a big one. Well, in fact, fridges that survive nuclear blast in the same way that bathtubs can survive a house being blown up. Oh, okay. Got you, Nerduino. Listen, you're the NASA scientist, okay? If anyone's knowledge is out of this world, it's yours. Thank you, Nerduino. It's really, Harrison... Well, Harrison Ford... Yeah. I mean... Alex, I would not be surprised that if it's a disaster of the movie. I would still just want to see it because... I just like Indiana Jones. All true. Very nice. Very nice. Bowser will be the next goal. I'm excited. I'm excited, Yogurt. Yogurt, I enjoyed last night. We raided over to you. And we tried starting a choo-choo. And we couldn't start a choo-choo. And you were just like, what are y'all doing? And we were just like, choo! And they were like, there is no choo.
Together,
Jimmy!
rule the galaxy.
Miss Jimmy93, thank you for the 20-month resub, sir, on a 20-month streak. Jimmy, how the heck are you doing, Miss Jimmy B93? Welcome on in. How is everything, sir? How is everything, folks? If you don't know Jimmy B93, you're not doing life right. Jimmy B, leader of the concert hall, musician extraordinaire, handsome as ferret, kind as ferret. Nerduino, thank you for the tier 1 gifts of the Kit Angel Arts. Thank you, Nerduino. Like tier 1 gifts of the Angel Arts. Thank you, Nerduino. Appreciate you, Nerduino. Yogurt, that was an absolute riot. I love. We raided into Yogurt Garrow last night from Looking Cool Zed Man, and Yogurt's in the middle of the Lego building. She's like, "What's happening here? What's happening here?" Bit! How dare Bit Gaming? So Quoth, there will be glitter stickers on the store. The Twitch words stickers are only for hype trains. The reason for that is no one knows what the Twitch words thing is outside of our Twitch community, and that's why we would not have that as a anything but the sticker or anything but on the Twitch page. But other ones we'll put up. Nell, have a good one, Nell. Thank you for hanging with us. Appreciate you, Nell. Yes, Quoth, there is currently we're trying to figure out Quoth what designs will work best with the glitter background, and so there's gonna be a few designs available. I can already tell you there's gonna be a special seasonal Kevin available for my unreleased design that y'all have not seen before. And probably a couple of other little things like that. That'll be on the website, yeah. Hi, Jern. How you doing, Jern? Jern, we're adding in smoke. Because this is not a very fuel-efficient motorcycle. It's okay though, Jern. It's okay. We're gonna get it certified. It's on its way to get serviced. Or something. Thank you, Dacum. Dacum, I appreciate that you always tell me to save. I actually didn't save for before you came in, Dacum. I had not saved, and that would have been unfortunate if we lost all of it. Yes, so Ezra, we do amber microscopy on Mondays, and some of those pieces do go up on the website. It helps fund our school visits. We actually donate some of those pieces to classrooms. So when we do a school visit, the classroom will get a nice piece of amber that the kids can, it's not for a kid, but it's for the classroom. So they can hold on to it and they can learn about it for future years to come as well, which I think is really cool. I lost so many times that I constantly save. Wait, for what, Debs? No, Smikes. The pizza place, that was Brooklyn Pizza. That was their username when they came in. Not Ezra Pizza, Brooklyn Pizza. Though not located in Brooklyn, but Brooklyn style. Or so I'm told, Smikes. I would have to have Towards Night dissect the pizza. Because Professor Knight is the expert in New York pizza. He's, born in New York, but his heart is in New Jersey. Right, Towards, that's how it goes. Your heart is in New Jersey, but you're born in New York. That's what I heard. I've heard a lot on that when we were visiting, his love for Sekuknak pizza. Sakukukan pizza, or however you say it. I don't know how to say the town, but Towards Night loves the pizza in that town so very much. Has New York State in mind? Particular. He has a particular taste, Smikes, in good things. Smikes, he is like a young college Balent. Towards, this was very, very unfortunate. Towards Night, Sikaukas. It's terrible. Towards Professor Knight. When I was with a young lad, I had been in this very long-term relationship, and this girl cheated on me, and it was very unfortunate, and I was very heartbroken. And at the time, that day, she came to my place of work and told me this. And then it turned out she actually had boyfriends lined up and everything, and multiple of them. It was a whole to-do, Professor Knight. But the person who was there at the lab, because it was on a weekend, to kind of wring me out of it, was Lita. And she took me to a pizza place, and we got some beverage items. And then she'll tell you this story. She is a self-described best wingman out there. Hello, Kennedy. And so she was trying to help find me a girlfriend, Professor Knight. And we went to this Ben Folds show at Emory. It was for Homecoming Towards Night. I believe it was Homecoming. It was, I don't know, it was some kind of spring musical concert. And Lita keeps asking if she should go talk up any ladies. And I keep coming up with reasons as to why she should not. I don't know, Smikes. The Ben Folds fellow was for sure there. I don't know if it was his solo thing or his band thing. But he was definitely there. And so when Professor Knight, she sees these two sorority ladies. Bling blonde hair with like a little blanket that they're going to like lay on when they go to the they're going to the concert. Okay, Towards Night. It doesn't even need no Towards it. You're gonna cringe so hard in this. You're gonna want to jump in a pool and bathe yourself afterwards. So we're there, and Lita's like, well, what about those two? I'm like, those two, yes, they're stunning. And Lita was so excited because I hadn't said yes to anybody at that point, and she was like, fine. So she starts running after them. So imagine this tall woman, that is Lita, running after these two small blonde girls, chasing them down. Excuse me. They're very sweet. They turn around, they wait for Lita, and she starts telling them, my friend over there. I don't even remember exactly, but she says something like, my friend over there, who, and I was apparently hiding behind a tree at this point, because yeah, I'm not good in these kinds of social situations. She's like, my friend over there just got his heart broken, and like blah, and like, he hasn't been able to look at another person since he had his heart broken, and blah blah blah. And he thought that you two were just so beautiful. And they're like, oh, that's so sweet. And so they wave me over Towards Night. They wave me over. okay, towards night. So they wave me over. I go over there, and they're like, why don't you come hang with us at the concert? And they're like, we're just getting a blanket. And then they go, they like chatting up a little, and they're like, oh, do you like Ben Folds? Towards. These two ladies were beautiful. According to Lita, I have no sense of this because I am blissfully unaware of these things towards night. Apparently they were reciprocating that I was marginally handsome. So I was very much invited to go hang with them on their little blanket to watch the show. Professor Knight, do you want to know what I said when they asked if I like Ben Folds? Professor Knight, I said, no, I only like good music. Killed it right there on the spot. It was done. It was done. They went off on their merry way. We went off on our merry way. It was done. Yep. That was that. It's much better when Lita. Look, Smikes. Listen, you can make this. I have. This. Yes, this is why it is a. It is a miracle that I am with anyone. Is there a cringe emoji? A true chat. Thank you, Pootrick. I don't know where that came from, number one, and I don't even know how to react. I know, Smikes, look, I don't understand about how I am such a jabroni when it comes to these things. Yeah. Yep, it was not Gucci, Chad. It was not Gucci. And then, but I want to illustrate to y'all. And Ben Folds is good. No, that is actual trash. But Gwen. Gwen. It kind of killed the mood, and they just kind of went off. And then Lita just stared at me like. And that was that. Gwen, just to illustrate, though, how blissfully unaware I am of these things, I had a toxicology course, Gwen. And there was this undergrad, I was an undergrad and so was she, who I had known since freshman year. And she said that we should be study buddies. Okay, right, Gwen? I don't think anything about it. We're study buddies. And sure enough, Gwen, we're like, she comes to the lab so that we can study. And Gwen, she keeps forgetting her book that we're supposed to be studying together from. So she always leans over and tries to read from my book. I don't think yes. So Smikes is already on it. Okay, it didn't register to me. So Lita, I'm there, and she texts me because we weren't together yet, and she's like, "Do you want me to leave?" And I was like, "Why would I want you to leave?" And she's like, "Because y'all are having a moment." I'm like, "We're not having a moment. She just forgot her book, right?" Okay, so I'm in total not believing how this is actually happening. It gets even better. The last session, study session that she and I have is the last one before the final. And I get a text from her that she's running late, that she was at the pool and she lost track of time, and that she will be in lab very soon. Oh, Gwen. Oh, Gwen. Gwendolyn P. It's about to get even worse. Yeah, here, towards night, there's a pool in this story. There's a pool in this story. Smikes, do you already know this story, Smikes? Do you already know this story, Smikes? Oh my god. Her name was Actually, it was Becca. Her name was Becca. And so Becca shows up to the lab, which has environmental health and safety codes of how you're supposed to dress. She shows up in her bathing suit top. Like not a one piece. We're talking like a bikini top, okay? And she forgot her book. So Lita texts me, do you need, like, because she's like at the lab bench over, do you need me to leave? No, why would I need you to leave? Because y'all are clearly having a moment. We're not having a moment. Lita pulls me aside. You two are having a moment. Because she was leaning over me in a bikini top over me to get to the book. Nye, how you doing? Lita's like, you two are having a moment. I'm like, no, we're not. No, we're not. She forgot her book. And Lita's like, why is she in a bikini? I was like, because she was rushing over. It's because she was already late and she was coming from the pool. In hindsight, this actually absolutely makes no sense. But yeah. I did not buy that there was anything. No, Gwen, I did not, none of it registered. None of it registered ever. Nothing ever came about it. Nothing, like, there's never any kind of anything beyond my study mate and classmate. But according to Lita, like, that girl was actively trying to. Who told me Lita was, nobody, Smikes. Nobody. Lita just went in and kissed me, and that was how that was communicated. Oh, okay, we're doing this. We're gonna have a relationship. So no, it was Smikes. I don't know what she would have had to say in order, like, she would have to just straight up be like, I want to date. We're dating now. It's not intentional that I'm so, like, ignorant of the world. But yeah. That you were super I mean, it's not intentional, Mavis. I wasn't trying to be such a goober, but that's just what we got. She is a smart cookie. Well, it's super brain. Hey, girl, put some clothes on. Go get your. Look, Gwen, I didn't tell her to go put on some clothes. I was just like, oh, okay. You're worried about being late, so you came in a swimsuit. All right. Like, don't tell me you're coming late, and that's why you're right. Say I think you're attractive, or I don't know. Just say something like that. Don't be like, because what. You give me that excuse, I'm like, okay, that's why you're in a swimsuit. Why would I question that? Gwen, why on earth would I question it if someone tells me that? Usually this is a OSHA violation. Keep your own book. Spikes. I cannot remember, but I may have told her, like, oh, we just gotta be careful that they don't see you because you're, like, in a violation or something. Like, oh, it's so cringy. Cry through her after every study session. But I had no, like, she was very sweet. I would have had no issue if she just had told me what her intention was, not telling me these lies of forgetting the textbook and, like, coming late because you're at the pool. And Lita, y'all, when Lita comes back, you have to get her to tell the story, because she tells it, and it's even, like, I turn red when Lita's telling these stories, because it makes me, I'm like, oh, God, that is really bad. Because Lita's, like, giving it from a perspective of someone who has, like, awareness. And Lita has to be like, yeah, it was not good. Yeah. TikTok. Thank you, Smikes. Smikes like, oh, God. You're just an absolute mess, but we're gonna monetize it. It's fine. Expect expectations to fail. Not everyone thinks on the same. Oh yeah, fortuitous. I expect the worst. I assume the worst and expect the best. Or no, sorry. I expect the worst and hope for the best. That's how you go through life. Like, yeah, it's probably going to turn out really poorly. And then when it doesn't, you're pleasantly surprised. You know what Becca's doing now, Smikes? Becca is saving sea turtles. That woman became a conservation biologist that works on site with endangered animals and helps maintain their environments to best save those animals. So she, like, we're still friends on Facebook, and she has pictures of her, like, with all these endangered animals that she's taking care of and, like, rescuing in their native habitats and, like, trying to, like, figure out the best way to maintain their ecological system so they're not in danger of going extinct. Yeah. Us men are clueless. Hints do not work. Especially with not of us, Mavis. She's like, oh, certainly. This is this swimsuit was you know, because of on purpose. Absolutely, it was fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. If I like someone, I think you're attractive and get to know you better. That, I mean, fortuitous. You're not wrong. Fortuitous. I was always terrified to say anything to anyone. And so here, Smikes, do you want another really cringy story? Like a really cringe one? Like, let's try getting cringe again. Maybe astronomy. She already knew that I was not typical because of the girlfriend that I had for 4 years. So like that wasn't a surprise to her, just based off like that either. At least I don't. That's what she says. So Smikes, she took Lita tried again after the failed band musical Ben Folds situation. I had another friend who was having very similar, not similar issues in that he had a girlfriend that broke up with him because he cheated on him, but because he was just also lonely. And so Lita was like, we're going to a bar. We're going to teach y'all how to pick up ladies at a bar. So it was me, Lita, Zach, and then this other lady that went with us. And so Lita's like, okay, is there anyone pretty here? And Zach and I both come up with reasons as to why we wouldn't want to talk to someone. Okay? Because I was terrified. And finally, someone comes in who is stunning, beautiful, at least to me. And Lita, and I let it slip. I was like, oh my God, she's beautiful. And Lita's like, great, go talk to her. Smikes, in hindsight, it's just so cringy. She had a boyfriend at the time, Smikes. She had a boyfriend at the time. So that would not have been appropriate, right? Zach and I walked around this bar and circled this woman. Like, didn't actually go near the table, but like maybe start walking towards it, and then both of us got nervous and turned back around for 3 hours. To the point where Lita was losing her mind and they were getting up to leave. And so then Lita ran over and told this woman that I thought she was very pretty, and Lita got her number for me. It was terrible. She's pretty if you prefer women. I don't know what that means, Kennedy. No ring, fair game? Absolutely not, Smikes. Absolutely not. I do not believe in being a homewrecker. And I know that term generally refers to people who are married, but I would refuse to do anything like that on basic moral principle. Because to me, that's wholly inappropriate. But yes, it was terrible. Theo, hi Theo. Theo, we were just recounting my horrible game, as it were. How you doing, Theo? Welcome in, Theo. I want to go for something unknown, maybe risky, but you are the safest bet when I'll need one day, so I want to keep you around just in case my gambles fail. Also, me walks away. That's fortuitous, not a bad interpretation. Theo, we're doing all right. Theo, we're making a Antonia for Bit Gamey today. Theo, Bit Gamey, you know, really likes the I'll be back redeem. And so we're working on a Terminator Antonia for Bit Gamey today, amongst other things.
I'll be back.
I did not, Gwen. No, Bit Gamey. Gwen, I did not call her. No, Gwendolyn, I did not call her Gwendolyn. Gwen, if I did, Gwen, I hung it up right away. I hung up the phone right away. You think she's beautiful when, of course... Oh, I see, Kennedy. I gotcha. Namo. Uh-oh, Smikes. Grimes! Smikes. Theo! So that... Oh, Kennedy, no.
Get him! Get him! Ah!
Me too, actually, astronomy show. That's one of those things where it's like, would you redo your life the same way? You know, people ask that question, and the only reason I would not want to do it differently is if it led to someone different in the end. Like, if it didn't lead to, like... My best friend! Best friend here! You know, if it led to someone different, then that's what it, you know, I wouldn't want that. I actually asked one of my really good friends, Sasan, astronomy, so the question of, would you repeat your life the same way? My best friend! My best friend, Bit Kitty! And Sasan said no, he wanted to do his life differently. And I was like, what if you don't meet your wife, or you have a different kid? Like, what if there was never your kid? Because of, like, you know, the timeline. He's like, oh, that would be a different kid. And that's, you know, he was very much not in love with his wife, nor did he much care for his child. But that was an interesting one. Theo, we have a new command, Theo. I don't know if you've seen this one. Let me show you, Theo. This one, Theo.
SciAnts in the house, so we just straight thuggin'. No bad vibes, but these ants are buggin'.
The Twitch Words one just popped up. That one. That's a new one. Dark Matter is... Do not read it. Okay. Is it a sci-fi? Smikes? And Theo, have you seen The Mailman, Theo?
Hi, Mailman! Okay, see you tomorrow!
That's a... Hi, Theo! Hi, Rory! It's about different... Oh, gotcha. The experience seemed bad, but eventually it's an excellent current family situation. See, astronomy show, that's my take on it. But it's like, well, of course I would have the temptation to do things differently. Yeah, Theo, that one's a Mailman only because of Optic Nerve. He wanted the Death Stranding video game as Antonia. And then it turned out, Theo, that everyone in the chat thought that the character from that game, Death Stranding, is a Mailman. And that's why it's ! Mailman. Love my kids and my grandson, ex-wife not so much. Her family and I do, though. Go to their house for the holidays sometimes. Fortunately, Rory has abandoned me. Unfortunately, for the lure of chicken nuggies. Listen, Theo, that is inappropriate of Rory, but I also understand chicken nuggets. Theo, good chicken nuggets. See, most chicken nuggets are fine, but getting, like, good chicken nuggets? My ex-wife's family like me more than her. Smikes... You're also beloved, though, Smikes, in many circles. My mom was asking about Smikes the other day. Today, she's like, how's Smikes doing?
One is not
tethered by earthly
limitations.
What does that mean?
Come.
And it was lovely. It was lovely chat. She's like, is Smikes okay? Yeah, he's doing all right. Yes, she did. She asked today, Smikes. She asked today, Smikes. She did indeed. She did indeed, Smikes. It brought joy to my heart because she remembered your name. Because she has, you know, her acknowledging I have friends that I've met on the internet is actually a nice deal, so. Hi, Rory. Hi, Rory. I like summoning I like summoning Rory, Theo. It brings me great joy. Because I know you're happy. Heart problem, and she was the nurse of mine, so the heart issues weren't. Well, gotcha, Kennedy. That will do it. Righty. He's purring. Excellent. Because he's happy to see you, Theo. Just like we are also very happy to see you, Theo. Theo, we missed you to the extreme. Actually, no, this color, yes. So I need here. Alright, almost time for color blending. Go. Deal. Pets early, immediately put the chicken. Oh. Theo, sometimes they're too picky. The kitty cats. They're too picky. You know, either they want pats or they don't want pats, Theo. You can't have everything. Although they like to believe that they can't have everything. Alright, let's do some spraying here. Let's blend some of our layers together. And then we'll be all set. Put the IB. So what I'm thinking of, Smikes, is I'm gonna do a red surrounding to it, so it feels a little bit more like the Terminator eye. So I didn't make it transparent this time because what I wanted to do was this and this one. Change the density. Not quite. A little bit bigger. So that, I'm going to go in and blend. I think it's still not big enough. Hold on. Let's make it a little bit denser with the spray. There we go. Something like that. Was the inside of his eye black and it had the red ring? In the movie? So the inside he had like an actual human eye, and then the red. This scene in particular in the movie, he had part of his face off, and so then he had just that red background in there. So then that's why I want to make it look as such. So now we're going to hide that layer. Going to fix up this eye, and then we'll add in back that red. I think that should be a nice addition to it. I think that'll fix it up nicely. So we'll put a nice ring to it. And then add the eye. There we go. I think that little extra lighting will do it good. And Smike's your money. Smike's your money. He was listening to Nas today and he thought, thank you, Smikes. I have still not listened to it. I'm so sorry, Smikes. I'm waiting for the new Towards Night album to drop. I'm told it's coming soon. what it gets me excited, Smikes. What do you want from me? I love Professor Knight. I want Professor Knight's music. Nas is for the heart. TN is for the heart, actually. What else do you need for your heart, Professor Knight? If not, more of you. Top 3 MCs ever? I'm not going to question you, Smikes. I know better than to do that, sir. Nasty, but in a NAS spells NAS? Maybe. Guys, give me one moment. Lita's giving me chat. I apologize again. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. Lita had a dosage question for little one, and so I was trying to find the dosage answer. Moncre, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. How are you doing today, Monk? How you doing, Monkery? Welcome on in. And my goodness, we have I'd actually Raiders just come back from a quick BRB. My wife had a question about this medicine dose for the little one. Yeah. A Hellman's commercial reminds me of a horse named Mayo I know. I eat lunch together and sometimes mayonnaise. Kennedy! Well done, Kennedy. See that, Kennedy? That was an excellent joke. I also took a quick look at the 3D printer, and the print that I had set up totally failed. So I just stopped the print because there was no reason to run the machine. Mayonnaise is not an instrument, Quoth, and neither is horseradish. Unfortunately. Although it should be. Although, Quoth, there is a YouTube video that argues that mayonnaise is in fact a real instrument. Welcome back, Pink Spaghetti! Pink Spaghetti, we're just showing off what we're working on tonight. We do science art here, and we're doing our main stream character is Antonia the Leafcutter Ant, and she, again, is our stream mascot, and we use her and draw her in a bunch of different properties. And today we're doing Antonia as the Terminator from Terminator 2. And Pink Spaghetti, so here's the piece zoomed out. I actually work with Leafcutter Ants and their genetics to figure out what makes them different, what makes them behave the way they do, why they look different, why they act different. So that's why we're SciAnts, because we have all these little ants that you can see. Dacum just hit a command that also shows off some of our ant emotes. We also have, we do our own animations here, and we have little ants doing various things as part of the animations as well. And then other characters as well. So we have, that one right there. That's Kevin, Leafcutter Ant. Aspergillus fungus. That's Ellie the nematode. We also have a mailman Antonia based on the video game Death Stranding. We have a bunch of fun things here. Optics. I think that was intentional. And that may have been well-deserved optic nerve. Jern! Irish John Games. Sleep well, Jern. Guys, make sure to follow Irish John Games, a legendary game developer extraordinaire. Go follow our friend Jern. We love Jern. Sleep well, my friend. Jern, we'll see you tomorrow. Jern is coming up on a vacation, so make sure you follow him now, because otherwise he might be gone soon for 2 weeks. I'm going to be crying. Oh my god. Pink Spaghetti, these are lovely. Very nicely done. Like the heck out of that. Nice. I love the little setup in the background too. Is it? I don't remember Pink Spaghetti. Is there a height discrepancy accurate here? It may very well be. I'm just curious. The Barbie meme? I don't think so. I have been not up to date on my Barbie memes. Smikes, if you're looking for the Sonic, that's a redemption. I do see Pink Spaghetti that that new Barbie movie has generated some worthwhile memeronies, as it were. But I probably don't know which one that you are referring to.
You can't rush art.
We love you, Professor Knight. How about? But again, if you're interested in joining another Discord, which I know everyone and their mother has one, Pink Spaghetti, we do have a memes channel. You feel free to post it there and teach me about the memology of the Barbie movie. We do enjoy ourselves some good old memeronies. It's usually me posting mummy memes because I think it's a cinematic masterpiece. Other social, but I like it. We do Pink Spaghetti. We have a science chat in the Discord. We also have daily science trivia. If whoever wins the most points at the end of the month in the daily science trivia gets a free sticker or a magnet from the merch store. And then, you know, we have food recipes and like all these other fancy pants things too. And it's actually, I'm very proud of our Discord. It's become very vibrant. There's people chatting throughout the day. It makes me really happy to be able to see that. Create a Discord server, call everyone and their mother, would just be people sharing with their moms. I mean, Professor Knight, tell me that I'm wrong. You know, there's Discords everywhere. And I eventually find myself, it's hard to justify another Discord given the obscene number that I'm already in. And so I feel like that a lot of people are probably in that same boat. And so I understand if you're a little discorded out, as it were. But I still think we have a pretty good one. There are Smikes. Smikes, I know, was joining Discords during our partner party. And he was just like, oh my god, how do you do this? As I started mine as a private one so I can use this scrolling word generator eventually let people in. So towards our friend Finite Singularity today, he has a Discord, but he said that he was posting stuff onto his private Discord to share with us then on stream some pictures. And so it turns out he had a second secret Discord that was only for him that allowed him to share photos. It was very confusing, Professor Knight. I guess it was like a test server, which makes more sense to me, I guess, like that, but yeah, it's a fancy hidden server, Professor Knight. It's places to visit, some I stayed in for a while. That's fair, Pink Spaghetti. I get nervous about leaving them because then why did I leave, and did I hurt someone's feelings in leaving? And I don't want them to think that I left because I didn't. You know, it was, I don't know. We are up to 159, still not happy. Gotcha, Smikes. Sorry, Smikes, for a hot second I was like, I'm not sure what we're talking about, but then I remembered. All right, I think we're near donezo with this one. Oh no, the middle part. Middle part. Spoiled by the last two. I mean, last several Smikes have been much, much better. Like, the last couple were just crushing it. I spent time with you in 2 U.S. states all in one day. Yes, towards night, we have been in New Jersey and New York together. And you also showed me love, kindness, affection. You even offered to wash my underwear with your underwear. No one else has ever offered me that. How you carried me up the hill. Actually, Professor Knight, that was you carrying me up. Remember, I passed out? Because Thuggy was serenading us with music, Professor Knight, and that was me who passed out. And you said that you would make it so that people wouldn't know that that happened, and I wouldn't have to be embarrassed. And I said that I could never be embarrassed, given that you helped me get through that difficult moment. And so it was all okay, Professor Knight. Should have brought the stroller. You're not wrong, Smikes. That stroller is very nice. Baby Alona has a nice stroller. Yes, and Pink Spaghetti, I have a young daughter. She just turned 4 months old, so that's the stroller joke coming in. Towards Knight and I do not have a stroller together, unfortunately. Professor Knight has his own child. But one day we will stroll together. Thank you, Pink Spaghetti. Our very first... We actually made Twitch partner 2 days after she was born. That was the wildest week I think we're ever going to have. It was an amazing week. Okay. Oh, no. There's still some. Go. An adult-sized stroller. That is called a wheelchair towards night. Or one of those ones that you get at Walmart. The electrical scooters. Alright, I think Big Gamey's piece is done. East Cal, is that what it's called? Rascal, yes, the Rascal. Sorry, I saw East Cal. I was like, well, if you say so, Optic. Optic is pretty wise on these things. Telling me it's the East Cal. Let's add the background, y'all, and then we're done with this piece. I'm thinking something dark. I feel like something dark would be a good one in here. Maybe darker.
My name is Gwen Stacy. I was bitten by a radioactive spider.
That is true. That's the same one. Hold on. We should get even darker than that. We'll do something like this, a little bit darker. Maybe too blue. Let's do one. Some really cool superheroes. Which one are you most excited for, Professor Knight? Towards I can't decide if I'm excited for the Flash movie. It might be okay, but it might be terrible. I'm not entirely sure towards Night how I feel about it. Yes, Keaton, but so towards I am not a big fan of Ezra Miller. And so that's my worry with that one. It's just I just don't much care for him. Your first Batman movie. Gotcha. No, I don't. It's not about real stuff in real life. I just haven't appreciated him as an actor. Or them as an actor. That's my only... I try to separate out what people do in their real life versus their professional life. Yes, Mikes, there's another Through the Spider-Verse coming out this summer. Hey, you lurk, I'm saying. Can we do a really dark last run Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film rated R? It'd probably be good, right? I imagine it'll be good. I totally did not finish this, Mikes. Even though it was Gwen's favorite part. There we go. Now we're actually finished with it. Miles Morales was a Jeopardy question the other night. Miles Morales is a great character. I liked a lot how they put him into the second video game for the Insomniac series. I think they did a great job with the character. It is a great name too. It also continues the trend of Marvel names with some alliteration. Yep, that's like Peter Parker. Which, the John Jonah Jameson character towards is... I'm so glad they brought him back because he is irreplaceable. Like, he is the perfect John Jonah Jameson. And there's not really an equivalent character. Epic of Sam! Thank you for the biddies, Epic of Sam. Thank you for those biddies, Epic of Sam. Let's see, there we go. With the background, I'm noticing like all this random business that I didn't fully put in. Gotta go. Love you, Theo. Illy you, Theo. Theo, have a great evening. We love your face, Theo. I hope all is well. Let us know if you need anything, Theo. As always, thank you for hanging with us tonight, Theo. As we are rounding out our art, I'm just cleaning up some of the sides. I don't want Big Gamey to be upset, you know. Go. All right, I think let's zoom out. There we go. There's the Terminator Antonia. Boom. Peter Parker doesn't live far from you. Kennedy, I didn't realize Peter Parker was an option to live near you. Let's actually let's see what the let's export it. Oh, actually the animation turned out pretty cool. You live in Gotham? Nice. Hello, Radoslaw. Hello, Radoslaw. How you doing? Cool bike. Epic of Sam, it's the Terminator. Epic of Sam, it's the Terminator. Also, Epic of Sam, you never did unlurk. Radoslaw, thank you for the bitty. Thank you for the bitty. Epic of Sam comes in here and does a lurk and then chats with us. Which is totally Gucci, but Epic of Sam, then I wonder if you're really lurking.
Where's my drink?
What drink?
Welcome back, Epic of Sam! See, Epic of Sam, now it's easier. Rando, thank you for the hydrate.
You Gucci? I'm Gucci.
The most Gucci, in fact. Alright, let's export this. And then we will maybe go on to the second one. When it's supposed to unlurk, Ezra, they can. But Epic of Sam came in to lurk. And then started chatting, and then I didn't understand what was happening. Because I'm like, is Epic of Sam lurking? Or is Epic of Sam not lurking? And so then we made an unlurk, and there's an animation for it too, but you don't have to use any of it. It's just for fun. It's just for fun that we do. Because why not? Oh, so we have, Ezra, we have a bunch of like random commands just for funsies, and so that you can do all these kinds of, like, if you're subbed, you can do all these little animations. And just like one more silly thing to have fun with. That's the big idea of it. And I tried to make the animation for the two different because for lurk, the ant gets into the hammock, and for Unlurk, she gets out of the hammock and walks off. And it makes me partially chuckle. Guys, let's check out the Antonia and see how she turned out. Okay. Go. So this is from sketch to the end in 30 seconds. Is there a hole in the hammock? Thank you, Smikes. Is there a hole? There was not in that one. There maybe should have been, Smikes. There we go. There's our Terminator Antonia for Bit Gamey. I think she turned out alright. I think this will be a fun one to animate. So the idea that I have is Kels Bell, how dare Kels? Chat. Kels Bells is an absolute legend. She is a maker and crafter extraordinaire and has the best fish hat in the world and nearly got arrested for crocheting in a park. We were doing a live stream for, doing her crafts in the park, and we're hanging out with her. You can also put her in a hot tub, which is the absolute best, right? And you can form like a coven circle around her too. She was in the park crocheting, and the fuzz were like, "What are you doing here, ma'am?" And she's like, "I'm doing a live stream where I'm crocheting." They're like, "No, you're not." She's like, "Well, what do you think I'm doing?" They're like, "Get out of here." And they were trying to chase her off the field. It was terrible. Wear the fish hat all day tomorrow. I cannot wait, y'all. The fish hat is the absolute best thing ever. It is a hat of Magikarp. So if there's any other Pokemon fans here, Magikarp is one of the best Pokemon ever. Any self-respecting Pokemon trainer will tell you this. Okay? So, please go follow Kels. It was a public park, yes, Mikes. And, Kels, we just finished this piece. We just showed the time-lapse of it. I think it turned out, it's the Terminator as Antonia. It turned out alright. Ta-da! 30 seconds. We just condensed 3 hours into 30 seconds. Actually, probably longer because the initial sketch phase wasn't totally done on stream, but there we go. There's one done. Chat! Let's get started on number 2. Lita and baby Alona have not yet left her mom's. When she does leave her mom's, it probably won't wrap up, so we'll do a little bit more. No, this is the Terminator hue. And hue, the way you can tell is the eye. That's the Terminator eye. I also did not think... It also could be Tom Cruise's character, Hugh, in Mission Impossible 2. Mission Impossibler. Or something like that. But yeah, this is our first piece for tonight, Hugh. Again, I think it turned out alright. Chat. The second option, I need help on picking which to do. We have... Two of our moderators I've sketched out as band members. Should we do NMD96, whose animal persona is a giant anteater, or Andrew CZ, whose animal persona is a beaver, a very buff beaver? That's the next character that we'll start on. We probably won't finish it tonight, but let's go ahead and give it a start and see what y'all are feeling.
And forgiven, NMD. You can be instead of our destroyer, our hero, NMD. Please help us as we conquer the universe.
So get those votes in. It's either we're going to do NMD96, who's an anteater, or Andrew CZ, who's a very buff beaver. No, so Kels, listen, let me show you the 3D render of Andrew. And why I say this, Kels, as it's a 3D render. So, Kels, Smikes redeemed the beaver as a SciCom character. And Smikes has decided each of the animal personalities of the mod team. And so when the he redeemed the beaver, this is what we created. That's the beaver character. As you can see, it's based on Andrew, who is one of our mods, but he's also built like a Greco-Roman god. That's why this beaver is absurdly buff and why he's doing weightlifting. Fun enough as well, Kels, I just 3D printed this and it worked. The 3D print actually worked. It's outside right now in the wash station, so it's in a bunch of ethanol, like, you know, removing the excess resin, and then we're gonna cure it, and then we'll have Andrew as a 3D character. Smikes also had, let's see, NMD 96 was a giant anteater. I'm trying to find, yeah, here we go. There's the anteater. Because Gwen, Smikes decided, Gwendolyn P. I am but the conduit for Smikes' imagination, Gwendolyn P. Gwen. We'll try to do a good job here, Gwen. Sometimes, possibly, potentially, maybe. On occasion. Also, Smikes also decided that Grimly was a wise owl. And so this is the beginnings of the wise owl. A snowy owl, actually, Smikes decided. And so we're trying to work on that as well. I have not done any texturing for this or the colors. This is as far as I've gotten, but I had to come up with some fancy idea for what this should look like. And so this is the owl character. NMD 96 is who we're doing. All right. Here's Jimmy and little baby alone. Okay. I know. Sleep well, Dacum. Dacum, this is who we're doing next. As you can see, I still have to do all like the standard lines and everything for it, so we still are a bit of the way off. But I still think it'll be a worthwhile thing to get into. So at least we're gonna start on it. We probably won't again finish tonight, but we can at least get it going and started. Smikes, I love your face. I love your face, Smikes. You see, I thought I was also being clever. I thought I was being clever with the gray lines. Turns out I'm actually not being that clever. Nope, not that clever. All right, let's go ahead and start on the gong. Whoa, that's totally not the right line. Straight line. Nope. Go. Could also be a tam tam. What is tam tam, Smikes? Go. Oh, it's an instrument. I see. You have to warm up a gong. I did not know that. And yes, the anteater is hitting the gong with its tongue. That is a thing. That is a thing. We made a conscious decision to do this. Drub it with a mallet in a circle. Okay. I wonder if I've seen that in like a movie. Is that a common thing to show? Probably not, right? I wouldn't have known what they're doing, but I feel like I may have seen that. Otherwise, it'll crack. Oh, that's kind of cool. Not that it would crack, but just that the physics of it. That's kind of neat. Hi, Winsing. Winsing, welcome in. How you doing, Winsing? Winsing, we finished the Terminator Ant, and now we're doing another member of the SciAnts Band. I don't think we'll finish the SciAnts Band member today, but it's who we're working on now. Hi, Nelf. Welcome in. Nelf, how are you doing today? Happy Wednesday. Wednesday, yes, Winsing. Winsing, do you want to see the Terminator? Show you in just a second. Oi. There's a Terminator Antonia. There's our Terminator right there. So that is for BitGamey, because BitGamey uses the BRB command a fair bit, and it didn't have an animation for it, and we had to do something to correct that, and so that's what we did. And now we're doing NMD96's musical character. Hopefully she'll like it. I cannot predict whether or not she will. I don't think she fully understands why she's an anteater, but that's okay. None of us actually need to understand it. We just need to realize that it's a thing. I think. Someone asked for Terminator Antonia. Winsing, lay him on me. You know we love the puns here. Especially if they're punny. Especially if they're punny. Why boo? Why boo, Professor Smikes? Oh, preemptive, okay. Getting that gong ready. That's cool about needing to warm up a gong. Go. All right, let's move on to the anteater. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. And please, if ever you're making those and you have an extra second to share with the colony, please share it. I love seeing that kind of stuff. Love the artistic vibes. We'll put that in a little bit. It is very Zen Winsing, right? It's like it has a lovely feel. Like, I'd like to hang out there. Whoop. That is the water god yet unnamed. There's this YouTuber I really like called Bali Hobby Time, and he does build competition every month. This month, oh, cool. I like it. That's really, really cool, Dilly. Have you had other ones? No, the vector tool does not like me today, Smikes. It is 0% pleased with me today. On the plus side, though, Smikes, it is critical to make things look okay. So I need it to behave, even though it's not. Not for him, but I build a fire. Ooh, Dilly, can you share the fire realm? Is that too much to ask? You've already rated us. If you need to raid and run, please take care of yourself. Self-care is health-care, no matter what people say. But if you do have another second to share the fire one, I'd love to show it off. I'm such a sucker for these. I just love seeing people's creativity. It just makes me so happy, especially Dilly, because coming from a background where people have always said things like, you know, you can't do this, you're not good enough to do it, and then I assume that people have also gone through and had this experience. I just find all these things inspiring to see so many people pursuing a creative outlet and being really good at it. And so in my mind, it's like a big old, like, yes, I can do this. I don't need a rando's approval to be able to do a great job at this. And so it brings a lot of joy to me. So thank you, Dilly. Gonna send it in a repeat. No, go pee first. Go pee first. Go make the peas. Dilly, no. Go. Actually, we'll just put it at the end. Hi, Cobra. Ooh, Cobra. Look at those cute emotes. Very lovely, Cobra. Oh my goodness, yes. Dilly the dough, dilly the dough, dilly the dough. I gotta move over. There we go. This is the fire scene from Dilly. Oh, chat, look at it.
Yeah.
At that. Victim of embezzlement and came pandemic, and thanks to Google and Wilmire today, I'm a 3D artist and survive on what I like. Don't like money yet. In a matter of time, that's what we want in life. Just can't make excuses. Barker, unfortunately, that's all the money. All we need in life is money. Because without that, you can't buy anything. It's a little depressing. But I'm glad things are going better. Check out that fire one, chat. Dilly is absolutely crushing it. And Dilly doesn't tell us these things, chat. I have to pry it from Dilly of what he's working on. Dilly, thank you again for the raid and for sharing these pieces. No, Dilly, how dare! Nerfing that comment. Dilly, you come here with a raid, and then you go out of your way, show us your beautiful art, and then you apologize. Bring tears to my little eye, Dilly the Dough. Seriously, my friend, thank you so much for the raid, and thank you even more so for sharing your art with us. And they're beautiful pieces. Whenever you make these, please share them with us. They came out absolutely stunning. I can't decide which I like better though. I think I might like the Water Temple one better, only because it has a feeling of peace versus the Fire one has that like war push towards it. So I love both, but I think where would I want to hang out? Probably the Water one. And that's where I'm making my random decision on. Is that a legitimate decision reason? I don't know. Cool. There we go. Get those little feet in. Okay. No, you, Dilly. Dilly, listen, you again. When we met, during TwitchCon, and then we were, hanging out after TwitchCon, and you come back, you share your community with us, and then your art. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I'm really digging the art. Please, 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 continue sharing those with us. It's so cool. The air, yeah, because of Wincing. You could do some really cool with both. And I like, once, Dilly, you have them all done, having an entire, a set video with all of the elements could be really cool. Go. Okay. Oh, the eyes. Yep. Figure out a dragon for air. Dilly. Remind me. I don't know it offhand. Lita has a really good book on all the different all these different kinds of dragons. And it goes from mythos from different cultures and different sketches of them. I forget what it's called, which is not especially helpful right now, as you can imagine. But it was a really, really well done book with different types of dragons from different civilizations. And I really liked them because she wanted to do a book about a nonfiction work on dragons. And so she was using that book as a reference from dragons from different cultures. And it was really, really cool. But I can ask her, Dilly, what the title of it was. Because again, they had some really, really cool features to it. I will try my best to remember, Dilly. If I don't remember, it is not because I don't care. It is I have some serious dad brain. I love the little one, but I'm not gonna lie to you, Dilly. I am a little bit more tired than I have been. It's not really from sleep deprivation. I don't think I'm getting any different amount of sleep with the little one versus what we were sleeping before. But I think it's just a different kind of tired, because one tired, right, is the partner poosh. This one is you're taking care of a life, and that one makes me a little bit more tired. And so then sometimes things go by the slip out. But though today, Dilly, I finally got in, Dilly, on our BRB screen. Smikes and I have been talking about for months that I should put in our outtakes reel for the BRB screen. Finally did it today. Did it take any more than a few minutes? No. Why did it take so long? No idea. Is Smikes a saint for having patience with me? Yes, he is. Look at how much cleaner that looks. It's much, much cleaner. It's much cleaner. Oh, watching BRB intently. Yeah, it's lovely, Dilly. It's breathtaking. It's hilarious, and it just took me forever to get it actually in there. go. Working on it, chat. We're getting it in there. And then we'll probably... I don't know if we'll get through this entire piece. Given the time... Ooh. Given the time, it might be a good point to wrap on up for the evening. Possibly. We'll do the head, and then we might wrap up for the evening. Not rushing off, but I know Lita and little one will be coming home not too soon, or not too long. I think she'll text me though. Well, let me see where they are. She has to come home from her mom's with the little one. So we'll see where they are. Okay, I think she's still on her way there. Go. I think this will be a cute anteater, chat. Her face makes me chuckle. And it was Smikes who suggested that she should be hitting the gong with her tongue. I think it's only appropriate. Yeah, their speed is insane. I never would have pegged them as running that fast. They also don't primarily eat ants, which is another strange component of this naming system that we have for these animals. They primarily eat termites. So, good night, Athena Cat. Athena Cat, you're on call, ma'am. Not surprised. Please get some good rest, Athena Cat. Thank you for hanging with us. Do you want to do one for the road, Athena?
Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman!
Thank you, Athena Cat. Athena Cat, Athena Cat. Thank you, ma'am. Have a great evening. All right. So we'll see a little bit of these features of the creature. But yeah, I think, chat, I think it was just going to be one tonight. But I'll give you all a sneak preview of the beaver character. There we go. All right. I think maybe we'll leave it here. What do y'all think? Paw Prints! Thank you for that, Paw Prints. I think we'll leave it here. This particular one. It looks like, you know, I think the anteater will come out looking good in the end. Yeah, I think it'll come out looking alright. We have some more work to do on it, but I think it'll be good. So that's saved. This is the beaver. I'll show y'all a preview. That's the Andrew Beaver right there. I think he's going to be cutie patootie. And he still has his pecs, Mike, so don't worry. The pectorals are still there. Remember, these are for the SciAnts theme song. music video, which you can donate channel points to.
Science. We get experimental science. We're curious, not judgmental. Always good vibes. When science on screen. Time to learn life with science.
And that's the lovely Thug Shells. The lovely Thug Shells is the performer of that. So yeah, chat. We did finish one art piece tonight. Let me show you all the one that we did finish. The Antonia Terminator. That's the one that we finished out today. So, you know, it's pretty good. We finished one. We've had better, we've had worse, but I think that's